The Qur'an contains many stopping symbols whose main purpose is to enable you to stop and resume properly, like the symbol of the end of the ayah, which is a confirmed sunnah to stop at it and then start the next ayah from afterwards. However, a recent trend that I personally heard has started getting popular, and it is something called al-qira'atu tafsiriyya, or in English, the explanatory recitation. But what does that mean? Well, it means that the reader would repeat the last word from the ayah he stopped at, and then continues reciting from the ayah that follows it in a way to explain or highlight a certain word from the previous ayah. Like that. سَبِّحِ اسْمَ رَبِّكَ الْأَعْلَى الْأَعْلَى الَّذِي خَلَقَ فَسَوَّى. So, since the second ayah was a relative clause, combining the last word with the rest of the ayah delivered the meaning, the Most High who created and proportioned. Or reciting Al-Fatiha like that. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Rabbil Alameen Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. And so on. So this is what we mean with Al-Qira'ah At-Tafsiriyya. But why is this a problem? Well, for a number of reasons. First, and most importantly, the placement for the majority of the ayat of the Qur'an are part of the wahy. So the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, would say that this is an ayah and it ends here. So Allah revealed this to be the end of the ayah. You cannot just simply change around words like you see fit, or create your version of the ayah and decide where the ayah starts. If it is the end of the ayah, then stop and restart from the beginning of the next ayah. The second reason is that in certain cases, the meaning changes, and that is something that should be avoided at all times. Like in this example. وَإِذْ قَالَ لُقْمَانُ لِابْنِهِ وَهُوَ يَعِظُهُ يَا بُنَيَّ لَا تُشْرِكْ بِاللَّهِ إِنَّ الشِّرْكَ لَظُلْمٌ عَظِيمٌ. So in this example, we notice that this phenomenon could also happen in the middle of an ayah at a stopping symbol that you should be stopping at. Ideally, in this situation, you will either read the full ayah in one go without stopping at the stopping symbol at all, or if you want to stop, then stop at the stopping symbol and then continue from afterwards. But the wrong practice is repeating one word from before you stopped at the stopping symbol and then link it to what comes afterwards, which would then take the word out of its context and changes its meaning. When the word billah is repeated and placed at the beginning of the new sentence, it would mean I swear. So the meaning of the ayah would be, I swear that association is great injustice. While that is not a bad meaning in itself, it is not the meaning that Allah has revealed. So Qur'an must not be read like that. Third, reciting the Qur'an like this will cause grammatical problems. Consider this example. One ayah ends with the word al-mukhbitin, and the next ayah starts with a relative clause. With attempting al-qira'ah at-tafsiriyya, one would try and explain the word al-mukhbitin by repeating it and then linking it up to the next relative clause, which is not how the ayah is constructed and revealed. فَإِلَٰهُكُمْ إِلَٰهٌ وَاحِدٌ فَلَهُ أَسْلِمُوا وَبَشِّرِ الْمُخْبِتِينَ المخبتين الذين إذا ذكر الله وجلت قلوبهم. The problem here is, grammatically speaking, a sentence like that is impossible to happen because the word al-mukhbitin is in a state of nasb, since it is part of the sentence وَبَشِّرِ الْمُخْبِتِينَ, as it is meant to be. But then this new structure of the sentence is impossible to have the word al-mukhbitin in this position with this case ending. It should actually be al-mukhbitun, and you can't just simply change that. So saying al-mukhbitin alladhina is grammatically impossible and should therefore not be recited like this. And now you might be wondering, does this mean that we cannot connect the ayat to each other or stop and repeat words? And the answer is no, that is not the point of this lesson. Because connecting ayat refers to reading the full ayah with its context, followed by the next ayah, or a portion of the first ayah in its context linked to the next ayah, and not isolating a single word or phrase and then linking it up to the next ayah. And while linking ayat to each other is not the best practice and is not the sunnah, it is not haram or prohibited to recite like this. سبح اسم ربك الأعلى الذي خلق فسوى والذي قدر فهدى. Or كذلك يبين الله لكم الآيات لعلكم تتفكرون في الدنيا والآخرة. So I did not isolate one word and take it out of its context and then link it up to the next ayah. That is what we are talking about in this lesson, and that is what you should not be doing. So what if I'm not sure if I'm isolating a word or a phrase and taking it out of its context? How can I avoid this for sure? Well, first, following the sunnah, which is stopping at the end of every ayah. Even if the ayah has the symbol la on top of it, you may still take a pause at the end of the ayah and make a stop, as long as you will not end your recitation at that point. So stopping or pausing, but not ending or quitting your recitation. And after that, you can go to the next ayah from afterwards. That is the best and the safest solution when reciting the Qur'an. If the ayah is too long, use the stopping symbols. Stop at them and then restart from after the symbol. And if you must stop somewhere else for taking a breath or any other emergency, stop and then repeat 2, 3, or 4 words so that the ayah remains in the right context. And avoid repeating just one word and linking it up to the next portion of the ayah. And for more detailed explanation on the basics of stopping and resuming the Qur'an, check out this lesson before you go. Thanks for watching. If you want to start reading and understanding the Qur'an in Arabic, then you should start your journey right here. And don't forget to check out my latest book, which goes perfectly with this free course. I'll leave the links for all of them in the description, so check them out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.